Hello, this is my video for lab number 1. It is brought to you by the letters A and D, which stand for Active Directory, and the number 55, which is a secret that we hold dear. Alright, so first things first, I installed Active Directory to my domain controller. I created a domain being jstarzynski4797.corp. I added my WS01 and my server 02 machines to that domain. If we go back to my domain controller, we can see that those two computers are added into the domain. So that was the first step of this lab. The second step was I went into here, I created lab users organizational unit just so it's not mixed in with the other users, it's easier to see. So I created two users, one a standard user being just Joel Starzynski, and as you can see he's not a member of anything, and the actual name for it is 5954797. And then the other user with the -A, he's an administrative user, and I use the -A to let you know that he's an administrator, and he is a member of the administrators group, giving him administrative permissions. All right, so once I had those organizational units and I had my administrator permissions and stuff done, then I went and I installed DHCP to my server 01. And with that, let's see, let's pull up. Here's DHCP. Okay, so I created two scopes for giving out IP addresses. I have my first scope, which is the 172.16.2. .1 to .20 are not allowed in the address pool or for the leases. And I only put it up to 205 to make 80%. So I'm assuming that's for an 80-20 split, except we weren't making a second DHCP server for the other 20% of the leases. So my WS01, I set it to be to get its IP address from the DHCP server. So if you come back here to address leases, you can see that it gave that VM the 172.16.2.21, which was the first allowable address to be handed out in the scope that I created. I didn't attach anything to this scope because it was just supposed to be another one that was created. And then once I was done with DHCP, I had to create reverse lookups in the DNS. So I have a reverse lookup for the three networks in here. There's the 172.16.3, the 172.16.2, and the 192.168.158, which is the NAT from my server 01 machine. And they have their name servers and their startup authorities. And then for reverse lookup zones, I created Starzynski.local. I made a mail exchange with priority of 10, and I had it so that my mail and which is mail.starzynski.local, and then www.starzynski.local, which is the FQDN, both get resolved to my server 02. So if we go over to my WS01 machine, we can just do a quick NS lookup here. Mail.starzynski. And as you can see, that resolves to the IP address of my server 02. And let's do an NS lookup And that as well resolves back to my Server 02 machine as per the requirements. So to recap, I installed Active Directory. I created a domain. I added the two other VMs to that domain. I put in DHCP. Oh yeah, in the Active Directory, I made two users: a standard user, one with administrative permissions. I created DHCP. I made two scopes. I had my one VM get its IP address from that scope. And then from DNS, I set up the DNS server so locally it can resolve local IP addresses to the DNS server, keeping everything in house because a lot of these machines that would be attached to that would not have access to the internet, so they would it would be a local DNS server that would be providing their connections. So I learned a lot in this lab, and I found it to be very informative, and it's pretty amazing for something as complex as it is. Once you do it a few times, it's not too bad. All right, thank you. I hope this was entertaining enough, and have a nice day.